Everyone take a nice deep breath, please. And just take a few moments to be present with the space here. So a core theme that's come up is about a call to new life hydration. And when we think about hydration, we normally just think about the body and making sure we have enough water and being able to be flexible and fluid in all that we do, because that's what hydration allows. But what's coming up during this time is really about having a new hydrated life. Sometimes we're dehydrated in areas that we don't realize. And one of the things I know with being a hydration coach is hydration is all about reaching the cellular level. And with the new life force energy that's coming forth, we have to be able to make sure that we are reaching the new life cell level for hydration. And so this can play out in many different ways. There's the spiritual hydration factor. There's the lifestyle hydration factor. But there's also the financial hydration factor. And so that trinity, you have to really embody this way of beingness and being a highly hydrated version of yourself. Because this is where you can play out the optimum life that you're here to express. Take a deep breath, please. And so I'm just taking a few moments to be present, to receive the activation and the wisdom. I feel that there'll be some profound insights that come through. Maybe some things you've never even thought about or considered, and even possibly what I've shared so far that's come through in wisdom and insight is very unfamiliar to you as well. So let's just take a few moments to just think about those areas that I brought up. Being cellularly hydrated as a whole, your life, your lifestyle. Just think about that. What does a hydrated life look like at the cellular level? And even when you think about your body, when you are hydrated, what does that feel like? Aren't you vibrant? Aren't you energized? You feel well? Yeah, because the hydration has reached the cellular level. And that allows you to be in that optimum state of well-being. And so now we're going to take a few moments to just be present and think about the spiritual hydration factor. Where are you having maybe a spiritual drought? Feel maybe like a desert, disconnected from source or from God? And really feel like you need your life not just replenished, but hydrated anew. Your fresh new start with source at this hydrated cellular level, because it all connects the life force energy, the rivers of life in this new format. It is going to the whole of who you are. Take a nice deep breath, please. So what would that look and feel like having that source hydration that allows you to live out the optimum spiritual life expression that you're here to display. So now let's be present with the financial hydration aspect. And what would that look and feel like for you to be financially hydrated? And especially after being in a financial drought of some sort. What would that allow you to do if your life was financially hydrated? Who would you be? If you were fully financially refreshed and replenished? What does a vital, vibrant financial life look like? Being financially hydrated at the cell level, the life cell level, which is really the source and soul level. Take a deep breath, please. So let's just be present a little longer with the awareness around this core theme and the 3 cell levels that you need to be hydrated, well hydrated in: the lifestyle, the spirituality, and the financial aspect. Take a deep breath, please. So again, I'm just being present, being in the receptive mode already. Wisdom and insight has come through, but there's something more to accelerate this awareness that really needs to be anchored, and what I'm getting is really embodied in a very expedient way. This is a knowingness. It's a deep sense of connection to the truth of who you are, the whole of who you are. The cellular level, the solar level, the source level. This is where that river of life, that new river of life, flows through you into the bigger reservoir, the more expanded reservoir of the ocean of opulence. And that's what you have to be immersed in order for this holistic hydration to come forth. So really, this is a holistic hydration activation. Yes, covering that powerful trinity of your lifestyle, that life force, new life force energy, that spiritual level, the source level, and then the financial well-being level. So a different level of activation wants to come forth. It's this process of awakening these 3 levels within you. And even though that goes on in majority of all the activations that I bring forth, but this one here is different for the simple fact that it is going in at a very, 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 very deep level. It is the deep that calls out to deep. The activation of this eternal wellspring, this fountain within you. It's not so much of receiving as we receive when we drink water or certain foods that we eat that hydrate us. This is an inner hydration that is coming up. It is activating from within you. It's been watering the seeds that you've cultivated in these areas. But now you've become a fountain unto yourself. It's that source spring is what I'm getting, that source spring that is alivening, awakening, bringing forth this newer hydration, this newer river of the water of life that is within you. Take a deep breath, please. And anytime I'm actually in the receptive mode, it is what is already within that is coming up to surface in awareness. So it's never channeling any energy or in the receptive mode, really of receiving from something that is external. It is always that which is emerging to come forth, to be expressed in activation format, cultivated wisdom and knowledge and insight, but just being displayed in a very unique way that seems like there's something being received, but it is really receiving from the source of self. Take a deep breath, please. So this is very powerful. I want you to be present because there's some new anatomy shifting going on here, activating, bringing forth the wholeness sanctuary that is within you, that contains the higher level wisdom and insight as it relates to your unique hydration template. Take a deep breath, please. So there's 3 different levels that are coming up here in awareness. The higher source, wellspring that will be coming up. And then there's the higher soul, wellspring that will be coming up as well. And then there's the core of who you are, the higher core. And all of these connect. Is the Trinity, more like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, have different functionalities, but yet one in the same embodiment. Take a deep breath, please. And so at the merger of this unification in your awareness, the activation is taking place. And that deep, that calls out to deep, the deep, you should feel the energy rising within you, feeling the water from within you start to spring up. It is the new thing. It is the new thing that Isaiah 43, 18 and 19 talks about. So let's suspend the former understanding or even current understanding of what it means to be hydrated, and let's embody and embrace the truth that is emerging and springing up, the new thing, the new hydrated life. That new hydrated life. Now, this does not fit into the framework of the success templates that have been given. Certainly some of the components or different elements could play a part or show themselves, but they would be in a newer format. And so what that looks like is when you think about templates that have been given, like the American dream and how to be successful and all these different things, that's a bias and a premise that has been given of a template or a blueprint that others should look to follow, but it's not necessarily their unique template. And a lot of different, whether from different countries or nationalities, different people actually try to find themselves a place within that American dream. They look to that to be kind of the savior for success. But it's time to get into your unique individuality as what this hydrated life looks like. And certainly some of those elements, as I mentioned, different components can play out, but it will be in a very unique framework that is very customized to your unique anatomy. And that is what's being awakened right now through that wholeness, hydrated life template coming forth. So how your lifestyle and your spirituality and your financial success, how those play out could very well shape up differently than what's being presented, but it's unique for you. It is the perfect fit and divinely aligned for you. And this is coming forth from your unique anatomy. And it is the rivers of the water of life, the opulence that's coming up from this oceanic experience, the reservoirs of riches that are coming through to hydrate you, bringing up the source, the soul, and the core levels for the highest level of this activation during this time for you that will represent and reflect your truth. Take a deep breath, please. And feel yourself being a well-watered garden. So many different formats that want to present itself as analogies for you to be present with. Feel yourself being that deep well where the water never runs dry. And feel right now the desert places in your life that these higher levels of the flow of the river of the water of life comes through in those dry places. And at this point, it's all you sense and feel is the water. Take a deep breath, please. So feel into this, that which is coming from within you, alivening you. Healing your body in ways far beyond what you could imagine because you've activated your own inner healing pool. And this goes far beyond healing ailments and sicknesses. This is about the whole of your experience. Financial wellness, spiritual liberation, higher lifestyle advantage, a completely reborn trajectory coming from within. This is your inner baptism that's bringing forth this new life, this new birthing experience, this new creation order of your higher truth. Take a deep breath, please. So let's be present with this because the activation has been underway really since the beginning of this process. But we will bring it into a cohesive awareness to anchor it. And I'm just going to continue to allow this process to be and the rendering to come forth. And some of you are going to be getting these ahas, these epiphanies, really feeling the sensations of your anatomy be shifted and made anew. That what you're sensing and getting from this process is the overtaking new life template trajectory. The well-watered crop is coming up. And the awareness around, and this may sound interesting, the awareness around cranberries, because cranberries actually grow in water. And we know that cranberries are definitely one of the highest forms of natural purification for the body, and your new anatomy is awakening that higher level purification, where anything that is foreign and not of this life experience that needs to be played out is being detoxed, it's being pushed out now. And with these, no disruptions. Take a nice deep breath, please. But you start to feel this new way of beingness. The source efficiency vibration of this Trinity, the source, the soul, and the core. And these three different levels that make up the cohesive higher expression of your true divine nature, of why you were sourced to be here in this existence and to live out this thriving, vibrant, well-hydrated life. Take a deep breath, please. And be present with this. What are you sensing and seeing and knowing? Because this is about really the knowingness. The knowingness of being interactivated at this highest level of awakening to your ultimate truth of wholeness. Take a deep breath, please. And be present with this. What do you know at the depth of who you are on these three levels? Let's be present. So we're going to start with being present at the core. What is the depth within that core? The hydration, the rivers of the water of life in this trajectory of your truth. Let's be aware with that, aware of this, because in this cohesive, cultivated activation, what comes up for you initially is what we are going to anchor and accelerate so that the external manifestations play out. So you're bringing forth that which is within, and it will come forth in your life expression. So at the core of you, the core of this new life hydration, that depth, the deep that calls out to deep. What is that speaking? Or what are you knowing? Take a deep breath, please. So this is moving very fast here. So let's be present now with the soul level hydration. What is the deep that calls out to deep? What do you know? What is that deeper knowing? Take a deep breath, please. Now we move into that source level of hydration, that source level of hydration, and what is coming up through the ocean of opulence from within. Take a deep breath, please. What is in the ocean of you? What is deep within that ocean? What treasures? What has not come to surface that needs to come up in life expression of your true divine connection to be demonstrated? Take a deep breath, please. And now, with knowing and feeling into the depth of that, there'll be some insights for you as it relates to more of the life hydration at the cell level, more of the spiritual hydration at the cell level, and the financial hydration at the cell level, with the Trinity within Trinities that's coming forth. Core, soul, and source. Life, a new life. Spiritual connection. And financial well-being-ness. Take a deep breath, please. And be in the all-knowing energy, the all-knowing source connection, your truth coming out, watering your life and others, the world around you. Everything is in flow. You are all of it. The source that is pouring out, the embodiment of the highest level trajectory of optimum well-being. This is who you are. This is your life. This is the hydrated expression that comes forth in a unique, divine yet human format. Take a deep breath, please. And be in the knowing of your truth. Feel the acceleration, fast and expedient. The currents rapidly shifting you into the life that is truly you at this time. Take a deep breath, please. Source to be sourced. Resource to be resourced. Refresh to be refreshed. Reignited to be reignited. The wholeness of wholeness. Trajectories within trajectories, truth within truth. This is the cell and cellular and source level of a hydrated experience. Take a deep breath, please. Be present in your well-beingness. This embodiment of this higher divine expression. Now activate it. Springing up from within you is this new thing. The new thing that now plays out from the interior to the exterior experience. Take a deep breath, please. And be present with the possibilities. All that's been queuing up to be poured out. Be present with the element of your truth. the baptism of your brilliance at this higher level being expressed in this unique format of Source incarnated coming through you. And everywhere that the river, the water of life flows, there is life, there is new life continuously. This is the eternal wellspring from within that transforms everything around you. You will see and sense and know your life differently. Nothing like this has ever played out in your experience, but it's exactly why you have come into this experience. Take a deep breath, please. Continue to be present in the knowing, the higher truth that calls you forth, the call to this hydrated life, this new life of hydration, expression, and embodiment. Be with the flow. Continue to move with the currents. Let this higher trajectory that is expanding in your awareness and expanding in your external reality be the very epitome of why you were born. Take a deep breath, please. Born anew. Baptized anew. And ready to be in your beingness of this well-hydrated experience. Take a deep breath, please. Allow your financial well-being to flow. Your spiritual and source expression to just be. And allow the life that is you, your life itself, in this true connection to the core intention and objective of this new anatomy template for your life, that the cellular and cellular levels of you and the source truth is all that your new anatomy knows and plays out. There is only well-beingness in all levels. This new wholeness template is fully activated at this core phase, and it will continue to evolve and expand, and more activations will come forth from within you to demonstrate the higher truth of who you are at every given life phase, new trajectory and shifts and junctures. Be present though with the knowing of this truth now and this awareness. Take a deep breath, please. And now allow yourself to be accelerated and expanded into the physicality and tangibility of this experience. Allow everything to hydrate you from the inside out. Leverage it all. You have this unique authority within that comes forth at this time to shift and change everything into what it is supposed to be the water, be the flow, be the hydration embodied. Take a deep breath, please. And be the wholeness. And rest in the waters of wholeness. Rest in the waters of wholeness. Take a deep breath. We are complete. Thank you.